What's going on, guys, and welcome to the first episode of our Play Now Online series. Basically, we're just going to try to get to the greatest of all time seeds, playing with different teams, and hopefully go undefeated. But the first game here is the first ever game that counted for me. The first ever game that I played, the guy quit out and it didn't count. So this game right here counted, and we went with the Charlotte Hornets. So we're starting off with their tier 3 teams. This guy, he had the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're not really a good team to play with on 2K. There's a couple teams in the tier 3 lineup that are pretty good, like the Hornets is one of them. I think also the Kings is another choice, but this guy playing with the Cavs, this might be his favorite team, and he wasn't too good, although he got that drive and dunk there with Colin Sexton. But this game doesn't last too long. He seemed to quit out pretty early. I don't know why. He still had a lot of time to make a comeback, but he caught a foul and he just quit out. So this is our first official W on 2K21. And I'm going to try my best to show each and every single game. I know there's a lot of games you got to play to get to the number 1 seed, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Right now, I'm liking how the gameplay is feeling for 2K. It feels a lot more responsive than last gen, and that's a good thing. Defense is kind of hard to play, but it's different ways to play defense, as we get a nice layup with Gordon Hayward. But yeah, as I was saying before, the gameplay feels a lot more smoother. It makes it a lot more enjoyable to play online, so a lot of videos to be expected. So currently I got about 16 games recorded, and in this video I'm going to show 2, and I'm going to try and catch up and do all the editing so I could try and post these quickly or have them ready to go. And you can see here, this guy, he gets the charging foul and he just quits the game for some reason. So this screen right here is the moment of truth, if our W counts or not. I know at the beginning of the year, the wins weren't counting, but 2K always seems to give you a loss whenever you get disconnected, and even if it wasn't your fault. So on to the next matchup. We are currently 1-0, and we are taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm playing with the Denver Nuggets right now. I'm surprised. I think they might have been a tier 2 team. I'm surprised. I would have put them in tier 1, but I guess 2K will add them to tier 1 later. They got a pretty good roster for right now. This guy right here, he wasn't too good either. I mean, it's kind of expected. You're playing in the easiest seed where everybody is just probably trying to try out a random game. We get a nice little 3-pointer right there, and that's going to put us up by 3 points. So yeah, when you are in those early seeds, it shouldn't be too hard to win. I mean, all you really have to do is just get posted by Jamal Murray there. All you really have to do is just play basketball, run plays. You don't have to. A lot of people like to paint spam. That's not what I like to do. I like to call plays, get the offense in rhythm, and then the defense will take care of itself. But that was pretty much it for the first quarter. We were up 15-8 at the end of the first, and now we can move on to the second. This game wasn't too interesting here. I believe this guy quits out later, but you know, I'm gonna try and bring you every game that I possibly can. Some videos might have 2 or 3 games in them. Some may just have a full game, just depending on how the game goes. I'm gonna try my best to try and play with every team, but the Miami Heat is the team I ultimately have to go with whenever they are up next, or whichever tier I'm playing with and they're in that same tier. At the beginning of the year, 2K has them in tier 1. I haven't played Now Online in a little while, so I'm not sure if that changed. And the NBA season has started, so they usually update those rankings throughout the season. But I know Miami was in tier 1, and let me tell you, it's pretty tough playing with the Heat in tier 1. Although, yeah, it's the easier seed, but I have a feeling when I get up to the higher seed, although I'm pretty sure I could beat those guys in the higher seed with the Miami Heat, it's just going to be tough because a lot of people like to use the Lakers or the Bucks. Well, I mainly see the Lakers, and they just want to paint spam. They don't really call any plays, and it's certain ways to stop it, but it could be kind of tough to stop it. You got to have the right personnel for it, and that's why I like playing with the Miami Heat. They have a pretty good rotation or pretty good lineup, and I could just mix and match guys in and out the starting rotation. That was a pretty nice move by Jokic there for an easy 2 points. So we're up by 11 now as Bledsoe gets a tough layup to go. I actually thought he would have missed that one, but he gets it to go and he cuts the lead down to 9. He almost gets the steal there too. And I kind of like when people do that because it gives my guy a running start towards the rim while he's trailing behind. And you can see here that steal attempt leads to an easy offensive possession. Jamal Murray wide open for the corner 3. So right now we're in the third quarter with about 150 left. I mean, this guy, he still could come back. I've came back from 10 points in the fourth quarter. So he still has a lot of time to work with if he just tightens down, take good shots. But on our end, we would just have to shoot horribly, and we're not going to do that here as Jermichael Green gets a nice mid-range jump out. And that is going to be it for this guy and it for the first episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to try and make the next episode soon.